This city had no river, no lake, no modern technology, and yet tens of thousands of people lived here for centuries, in a place where cities are not supposed to exist. So the question is simple. How? When we think of ancient cities, we think of rivers, the Nile, the Tigris, the Euphrates. Water meant life. No water meant collapse. Even today, modern cities struggle when rainfall drops for just a few weeks. So imagine this, a large permanent city built in a dry landscape with no major river anywhere nearby. Logic say it shouldn't have lasted. History say it did. And that's where the mystery begins. High on a plateau in southern Africa lie massive stone walls, carefully stacked, perfectly balanced, no mortar holding them together. This place is called Great Zimbabwe. At its peak, it was one of the largest cities in the region, a center of trade, craftsmanship, and power. Gold from here traveled across the Indian Ocean. Ceramics arrived from Asia. Merchants passed through from distant lands. But there is something strange about its location. No river runs through it. No lake sits beside it. Rainfall is seasonal and unpredictable. Yet the city didn't just survive, it thrived. For a long time, historians avoided the obvious question: where did the water come from? Because if you assume the people here were primitive, then the city makes no sense. But if you assume intelligence, then the city starts to speak. And what it tells us is uncomfortable. The secret wasn't a hidden river, it was design. Great Zimbabwe wasn't built to chase water, it was built to control rain. Every stone wall had a purpose. Beyond the defense, they slowed runoff. They redirected water. They reduced erosion. Rain didn't disappear into the ground. It was guided. The soil itself became storage. Terraced areas trapped moisture. Small depressions collected water over time. Instead of relying on one source, they spread risk. What looks like architecture was actually hydrology. Think about modern cities. When a dam fails, everything fails. When a river dries, everything stops. But here, there was no single point of collapse. Rainfall came, it slowed, it soaked, it stayed. Not for days, for seasons. This wasn't accidental. It was learned, it refined, and passed down. And it worked. For a long time, this reality was rejected. Early colonial accounts claim Great Zimbabwe must have been built by outsiders, Phoenicians, Arabs, anyone but Africans. Because the idea that Africans engineered a system this precise didn't fit the story being told. So the story was changed, not loudly, quietly. But stones don't lie, and archaeology eventually caught up. Today, climate scientists promote a simple principle: slow water, spread water, and store water. Exactly what was done here. Modern rainwater harvesting systems follow the same rules. So do climate-resistant farms. So do drought-proof cities. The difference? The use of concrete, sensors, and simulations. Great Zimbabwe used stone, soil, and experience. And when researchers analyze these systems now, the conclusion is uncomfortable but clear. They worked. So, here's the real question. What if this knowledge was never dismissed? What if it was studied instead of erased? What if modern African cities grew from these principles? Will today's drought crisis look the same? Will water scarcity feel inevitable or manageable? We don't know, because the system wasn't allowed to evolve. Great Zimbabwe wasn't a miracle. It wasn't luck, and it wasn't borrowed genius. It was local knowledge, shaped by climate, tested over centuries. A reminder that survival doesn't always come from some technology. Sometimes it comes from better understanding. This city wasn't supposed to exist, but it did. And it wasn't alone. Across Africa, there are stories like this, quiet, precise, and mostly untold. This is just one of them, and there are many more.